Hello friends, this is Ankita Lachwani. I'm working with IFO Consultancy. I hope you all are enjoying the ISO presentations made by me and my teammates. So here comes the another topic. A13 control of ISO 27001:2013 standard, that is communication security. So let's understand what is communication security. Starting with, communication is the most essential part for an organization. Communicating is a key activity for any human being. Without communication, organization cannot exist. To create trust both from internal and external parties in content, format, and in time, effective communication is essential. So, for this, ISO 27001:2013 attempts to address the issues raised during communication in organizations. Moving forward, for having successful implementation of ISO standard, communication plan is essential. Communication plan is basically a question of creating and maintaining trust and confidence in three perspectives. The first one is your preparedness. Second, your capability to face events. And the third one is your ability to recover from crisis. The communication plan is a key element for a good information security management system. So now let's see what are the clauses under communication security. The first one is network security management and the second is information transfer. So let's discuss these clauses in further detail. Starting with the first clause, that is network security management. This clause ensures the protection of information in networks and its supporting information processing facilities. Networks and network services should be secure. This can be done, for example, by segregation. Network security management has further subclauses. The first one is network controls. Second is security of network services. Third, segregation in networks. Now let's see what are the controls that are applicable for the subclauses under network security management. We know there are three subclauses. First is network controls, second is security of network services, third is segregation in networks. The control applicable for network controls is network shall be managed and controlled to protect information in systems and applications. For security of network services, the security mechanisms, service levels, and management requirements of all the network services shall be identified and included in network services agreements. This is to be done regardless of the services provided in-house or outsourced. For segregation in networks, the groups of information services, users, and information systems shall be segregated on the network to make it more secure. Let's move on to the second clause, that is information transfer. Information transfer is to maintain the security of information transferred within an organization or with any other external entity. There should be policies, procedures, and agreements concerning information transfer, whether it is to the third party or from the third party. This should include electronic messaging as well. The procedures and agreements can be in form of non-disclosure agreements. Now let's see what are the subclauses under information transfer. We have four subclauses. First is information transfer policies and procedures. Second is agreements on information transfer. Third, electronic messaging. And fourth, confidentiality or non-disclosure agreements. Let's see what are the controls applicable on these subclauses. Starting with first, information transfer policies and procedures, then agreements on information transfer, electronic messaging, and confidentiality or non-disclosure agreements. We have controls for each of them. Let's see what are the controls applicable for the first one. Information shall be classified in terms of legal requirements, value, criticality, and sensitivity to unauthorized disclosure or modification. For the second subclause, that is agreements on information transfer, an appropriate set of procedures for information labeling shall be developed and implemented in accordance with information classification scheme adopted by the organization. For electronic messaging, procedures for handling assets shall be developed and implemented in accordance with the information classification scheme adopted by the organization. Let's see the control for confidentiality or non-disclosure agreements. Requirements for confidential or non-disclosure agreements reflecting the organization's need for the protection of information shall be identified, regularly reviewed, and also documented. This was all for the presentation on A13 control. These are the references for making this presentation. For more details, you can log on to our website. I hope this presentation was knowledgeable for you. Thank you.